One, two, 1, 2.
Are you going to wear the hat?
Yeah, I need to. My hair's bad.
Hello.
Hello. This is the Heavy Revival, a podcast about all things heavy music. My name is Joe. This is Rufus.
Yo.
And in this video, we will be talking about our favourite albums of the year, favourite songs of the year, and things that have happened this year. So remember to subscribe and follow us on Spotify.
And Amazon Music.
Yeah, well, no one uses that. Anyway.
So first things first, we're going to do our weekly plug where we suggest some very small artists who we think are really great, or not so small. Yeah, so to begin with...
Depends what you think is small.
Size matters. To begin with, I'd like to plug the dark ambient project Morguefile. I've got no fucking clue where they're from. I think it's a one-man project, but it's really, really, really good dark ambient, if you're into that sort of thing. The album Brain Dead, fucking hell. I had a voice crack.
I'm going to distort it and everything on the video.
Brain Dead. So the album Brain Dead, all the songs are called Untitled 1 through 7, I think. I think there's 7 tracks. Yeah, fantastic. Really, really good dark ambient. Pretty spooky. If you're into that sort of thing, you should definitely check him out. And I think the guy has 4 other side projects that he's doing. So yeah, I mean, check him out. He's on Bandcamp, he's on Spotify, he's on everything. He's got 27 monthly listeners on Spotify. So head over there, show him some love because he's really, really good and super promising, super talented.
Nice. I wanted to talk about a band called Rosemary, spelled with a Z. They are a post-hardcore metalcore band from Merseyside. They've started releasing this year, and I think that the lead singer, I'm not sure of her name, I apologise, her vocals are up there with people like Courtney LaPlante, who can go from cleans to insane screams like that. She can do it so well. I think that her vocals are incredibly strong. And one thing that I really loved about a few of their tracks was they weren't using any reverb on some of the riffs, and I thought that it made it sound really punchy, and it really worked. I thought, I don't know how to explain it, to be honest, but their riffs were really fucking punchy, and it added a lot of dynamic change for the parts where they would have reverb and chords and stuff. But I thought their riffs were something. I mean, I showed you that track earlier, and that riff was awesome.
Yeah, that was great.
So yeah, now let's start with, what was your favourite show you went to this year?
My favourite show that we went to this year, we went together, was Municipal Waste at the Electric Brixton. We went on the 20...
No, hang on.
I can't remember.
17th
of June. Municipal Waste at the Electric Brixton, supported by Tortured Demon, Zentrix, and Death Angel. It was a great gig. We had a great time. Got covered in beer.
It was nice.
It was
got
really
a t-shirt chucked at me.
You got a t-shirt
by Zentrix themselves.
Yes.
It was great.
You know, I've got a family friend who knows all the guys in Tortured Demon and Zentrix personally.
Fuck you.
Yeah. No, but he's 40 years old. He's been a fan of Zentrix since he was 14. So, you know, yeah.
What a guy.
What a guy.
Right, I'd say my favourite show of the year, which I went to, was Knocked Loose at Brixton Academy, supported by Pest Control, Harm's Way, and Basement. I thought the vibe there was awesome, and I was surprised when I got there because I thought that everyone would be kind of not great with Basement, because obviously metal elitists would be like, fuck this not metal shit. But
I don't think you find many metal elitists at a Knocked Loose show.
Yeah, fair point. But they were a non-metal band and everyone loved it, and I was really surprised.
Yeah.
And I talked to other people that said they were surprised about that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I looked at that bill and I was like, what the fuck are Basement doing there? It's so
but it works, man.
Yeah.
And I felt like it was almost, it could have been like a co-headline, because they both put on the similar energy of a show. Obviously, Basement have a shorter set, but the show was they had the same energy there, and I thought it was awesome. Any other shows you went to this year that you thought were very, very good?
We went to Radiohead.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
That was pretty cool. No, that was amazing, obviously. And I went to Animals as Leaders in March. That was pretty crazy. Very mind blowing to see them live.
I bet the pits were like two people playing chess.
Yeah, basically.
Nice.
Yeah, it was just a bunch of guys like chanting like "Virginity is cool, virginity is cool." No, okay. Yikes! 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 Why did you have to look that way? Fucking hell. And then,
Nice.
yeah, Architects. I saw Architects.
Nice.
Yeah, I got a free ticket to see Architects.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Another sick show I went to was Loathe at Electric Brixton. I thought that they were sick, and I was supported by Love Is Noise, who I'm a big fan of, and a band called Zetra, who were strange to say the least. There was just these two guys in like goth makeup, and they were like, one of them was like on like a synth, and the other one was like on a guitar, and it was pretty cool, but
just odd.
Maybe at a different gig it would have been cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I remember at the gig we played in September with Verutum, there was it was like a one guy ambient project, and I think he must have just been like friends with a lot of guys in the band. It was really cool, but it was like very strange and probably not the right setting, but I enjoyed it. So shout out Schizophrenic Panic, because it's a cool thing.
Yeah. Shout out Schizophrenic Panic.
A little bit weird to be at a hardcore, post-hardcore metal show. It's kind of strange, but you know,
who knows?
What can you do? I guess.
That's pretty cool. All right. So before we get into our favorite metal songs and albums of the year, we aren't just metal fans. So we've got some non-metal picks that we wanted to talk about. Would you like to go first?
Sure, I will. My non-metal picks. So for my song of the year, I've got 3 songs. One of them's the song of the year. 2 of them are runners-up. That's what we've got. The whole format for all the different awards is going to be 1 winner and 2 runners-up for each of us.
Indeed.
So we'll have 6 picks for each category. So for my non-metal song of the year, my 2 runners-up. Firstly, I've got "The Healers" by Swans, off of their new album. It's really just classic Swans for me. I think it's super atmospheric. You've got that sort of droney kind of thing going on with Michael Gira's slightly odd singing. Kind of unnerving atmosphere, but it works really well in their favor, I think. I just really enjoyed like the whole album. They came out this year, one of the best albums of the year in my opinion, and yeah, just really great. And then I've also got Mac Miller's "Funny Papers" off of his posthumous record "Balloonerism." I think that's what it's called. Balloonism, something like that. Yeah, I mean, it's just a really great hip hop song. Super nice production. It's got a really nice beat, and I think a lot of times when you have posthumous records coming out, from an artist that's deceased, it can feel a little bit like a cash grab. But I feel like in this instance, I thought it was done really well. These aren't songs that weren't just like half polished ideas finished off by the record label to make some money. These were actual songs by Mac, and I thought it was really good. And I thought "Funny Papers" was a standout. A lot of other people did too. A lot of people are saying it's their song of the year. So, yeah, really great song, really great production, great flow from Mac as usual. Yeah, what were your runners-up for your non-metal songs?
So my runners-up, I'd say in third place I had a song called "Da Da Da" by a band called Kokoroko. It's kind of I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but we'll see. It is a sort of like Afrobeat R&B track with like a cool like brass section, and I thought, yeah, overall the track was sick. Shout out to Hero for recommending it to me.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I thought that's not really one that you'd find yourself.
No, I didn't.
That's not the sort of thing that pops up in your Spotify.
Recommended to me by Hero.
Yeah,
good friend of mine.
Shout out Hero, great guy.
What would be my second runners up? I'd probably say "Jackie" by Bleach 9:3.
Yeah.
I thought personally, a hot take, I think it's better than their first track, "Ceiling." I'm a big fan of that whole like new wave of like indie rock music, like Keo. I'm a big fan of it personally. Bit of a sucker for that kind of thing. But I thought, yeah, Jackie, it was like really raw. I'm not sure of his name, but I love his vocals. I think they're really like unapologetic in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that track with like the scratching guitar intro, I thought it sounded really cool. Yeah. So what was your top non-metal song of the year?
My favourite non-metal song of the year has to be "Godstained" by Quadeca. yeah, just a really, really great song, really beautifully produced, and super. It's just a super sweet song, um, about, I don't know, like love, I guess would be the best way to describe it. But it's got a super. It's like kind of almost like a bittersweet feeling to it. But yeah, I mean, it's just super. It's just a super, really, really like. It's just gorgeously made, gorgeously produced. You can tell a lot of time and care went into it, which I really like to hear in a song when there's just so much attention to detail. Um, and it's just a really, really great song. That whole album is pretty great. Yeah, go listen to it if you haven't.
Mhm.
Vanisher by Quadeca, brilliant album. Yeah, and that song, was the standout for me, Godstained, and I think it's just a great, great song, one of the best of the year. Yeah.
Cool. For me, I picked this song, "War Crimes" by Chloe Slater. It's an indie pop
Chloe
track.
Slater.
I'm not even lying.
Is that how you
Yeah,
pronounce? It's
it's
not
not
Chloe.
Chloe. It's
Oh,
Chloe. It's Chloe.
Chloe,
Chloe.
like the drink, Chloe.
No, like Chloe. Like
Oh,
ch.
like
Like as in
okay,
you pronounce it how it's written.
Chloe.
Yeah,
And you know that for a fact.
yeah, that's a fact. Because
And he's
I'm quite a big fan of her stuff.
okay, right? Yeah.
This song, "War Crimes," I thought, especially with now what's going on politically in the world, I thought that this song was like a big fuck you
Mm,
to everyone. So the song is basically about how the British taxpayer funds war crimes, and
mm,
there's nothing you can do about it. It's not, you can't choose whether that happens or not. And I think that she's saying like the government are letting that happen,
mm,
and I'm not a big fan of this genre. I mean, I like some of it, but this song, I just thought it was really like laid back. Like it was like there was no, it was like a single note riff on the guitar and like an average like 4/4 beat. Like it wasn't very exciting, but I think the lyrical content of this song and how important it was to talk about these issues in a world where you can get arrested for terrorism by saying "Free Palestine."
yeah.
I think that that is so important, and she has done it so well. And I think that you don't need to be angry to make a good protest song, and I think
Mm.
she's shown that perfectly. Awesome.
Free Palestine.
So, what about your runners up for the non metal albums of the year?
Albums of the year. So I have, as my first runner-up, I've got the album Tranquilizer by Oneohtrix Point Never, which is, I mean, I don't even know how many albums that guy's made now. He's made a lot of albums, but it's really great. Just really, really great ambient electronic music. Super cool, super nice textures. One of the an album for me that I feel like you can get lost in very easily. Just because of how relaxing it is to listen to, but also like in it's it's got like an uneasy feel to it. It's like it's kind of anxious, but then at the same time it's just like super chilled, just really great ambient music. That's I feel like that's kind of what you want from ambient music. You want it to be chill, but you also want it to sort of have some sort of underlying feeling. And I feel like this is done that really well. Just throughout the whole album, it's just really great. I mean, it's what you come to expect from One Tricks by Never. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I think it's great. For my second runner up, I've got an album with one of my song picks. I picked Birthing by Swans as my second non metal album of the year. Yeah, I mean, what is there to be said at this point? I pretty much put all of what I thought about that album when I was talking about the song, The Healers. And yeah, I love Swans, and this is just a great Swans album. It's kind of what you want from a Swans album. It's pretty quintessential, I'd say. Yeah, really, really good. Just great post rock. Really, really enjoyed it. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
So, for my runners up for non metal albums of the year, um, and I don't care, it's an EP, I'm talking about it. The new Kyo EP was something special, and I saw them at like 12 o'clock in the afternoon at Reading, and I heard some unreleased stuff. And that EP, I thought every track was just perfect
Mhm.
in every way. I mean, it is a contender, but because it's not an album, I'm not going to put it as my album of the year. But I
Yeah.
just want to mention it because it's just amazing. Like I thought every track had something to add, and they all flowed together really, really nicely. And I thought, yeah, it was emotional, and it was, yeah, it was awesome. And I thought the instrumentalist as well worked really well. I thought the guitar parts with like the weird slidey stuff that they do,
Mm.
really it was really cool. And my other runner up was GNX by Kendrick.
Oh yeah.
I thought that album was, I mean, no one obviously knew it was coming. It was a surprise drop, and for an artist to be able just to drop an album that day and get the reviews that it did, I thought was amazing on its own. But I thought that album was obviously not his best work, but some up there with some of it, because some of those tracks were just incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Heart Part 6.
Yeah, man.
That's a great song.
Okay. What was your top album of the year?
Non-metal album of the year.
Non-metal, yeah.
I've gone for Let God Sort 'Em Out by Clips. This is a return to form for Clips, I think. Haven't heard much from them for a few years, but yeah, I mean, it's just really, really great hip hop. I think anything that Pharrell Williams does, I mean, basically everything he touches turns to gold. Even the fucking like poppy radio stuff, I don't care. I love everything he does.
This guy.
I'm the number one Pharrell Williams glazer. But yeah, no, I mean it's just really, really, really great. The track with Kendrick on it, Chains and Whips, man, what a song! That I nearly put that in my non-metal songs of the year, but I wanted to keep it a little bit diverse. Obviously, I included both a Swans song and a Swans album, but who cares? But yeah, I mean it's a really great album. I think Anthony Fantano gave it a 10.
Wow.
So, yeah.
What a guy.
I think. I might have to fact check that. He might have given it a 9. I'm not sure. But he gave it a 9 or a 10. So, and I mean, I don't entirely trust him as a source of all musical knowledge, but, a lot of people do. And I think, if Anthony Fantano gives it a 10, it's good enough for me. So, Get God Sort 'Em Out by Clips. Fantastic album.
Nice. My non-metal album of the year was Puppets by Iron Army 926. So this was a random day I had on Bandcamp, and I found this album. Turns out I'm the only listener to it on Airbuds. But shout out Airbuds, by the way. I was the only listener to it.
Maybe they'll sponsor us.
But yeah, I found this album completely randomly. I think it's Japanese. I need to fact check that, but I think it's from Japan. And it's like a dream pop shoegaze album, complete like bedroom project. It's not, but for a bedroom project, it might be the best produced bedroom album I've heard ever. For someone that just sits in their room and produces, I'm not very good at it, and I've given up many times, but now I've listened to this album and I can see that there is hope.
Yeah.
For people like me who are shite producers.
Yeah.
So for that reason, Puppets, Iron Army 96, my top non-metal album of the year. Right. What was your top songs of the year?
So my metal songs of the year, my first one I've got here is It Only Gets Darker by Currents off of their new EP. So I'm very much a purveyor of really good gent, and this is really good gent. It's like it's good because it's got the gent element, but it's also fused with like super punishing metalcore. And Currents have got this thing, which their music is just like really loud. You know what I mean? Like all the guitars are just like mega clipping to fuck, and it's like it's just super cool to listen to. And yeah, it's a really great song. The guitars are super technical, super cool. There's a really great clean chorus, but there's also like a harsh chorus as well, which I thought was super nice. Really great song. Loved it. Love the new EP from Currents, and hopefully if they come to Europe with Error, I can see them, because holy fuck, Currents and Error, what a show that'd be. Yeah. And then my second song of the year is my poser pick. It's Black Hole by Architects. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. I love the new Architects album. It's really great. The songs on it, all the songs are super fun. It's just really great, like octane metalcore. And Black Hole is a song that I've come back to consistently, like basically every day since the album came out. And then I saw them live, and it was just amazing. I love Architects. I've loved them for ages. They're really great. Just a great band. And this song is just like super cool. It's super heavy in places, and it's got, obviously it's got great production because it's, Jordan Fish, and they're one of his disciples. So it's just a really great like mainstream metalcore song, if that's what you're looking for. And I love it, and I love everything on that album.
Nice.
Yeah, Black Hole by Architects, brilliant song.
Awesome. So one of my runners up is Circle of Liars by Bitter Breath. You'll get to know that I am a sucker for metal with weird instruments, and this song is like insanely heavy through all of it, and then about like 2.5 minutes in, cello. I just think it's the
Best.
coolest fucking thing. Like you just go like blast beats and like death metal vocals, and then but yeah, and then suddenly there's cello, and I think you'll tell from my top song of the year that I like weird instruments in metal songs. Um, so my second runner-up was "Gifted Every Strength" by Loathe. I'm a big Loathe fan, and I'm so happy they're back. Um, and this song I thought was like 6 minutes of pure joy. With the really that riff in the intro just like did something to me, and I don't know how to explain it, but that riff was just amazing, and I love I love Kadeem France's vocals, like his versatility. When he goes like straight in screaming and then he can do cleans, and also I love that they implement their guitarist backup vocals a lot more than a normal band would. They use him for like a whole verse sometimes, and I like their difference of vocals. And one thing I love about Loathe as a band is they use baritone guitars instead of like 7 strings or whatever. They've got like 6 string baritones. And so some of their riffs are just so deep and so heavy. And it's a really nice contrast with the clean vocals, I find.
Yeah.
So, what was your top metal song of the
My
year?
top metal song of the year, to no one's surprise, is a Death Heaven song. I've picked Amethyst off of their new album, and I mean, I mean, you know, it's Death Heaven. Like, it's what do you expect? It's brilliant. It's amazing. It's 8 minutes. It's fantastic, back to back. I like not a minute, not a second is wasted. Honestly, throughout that whole song, every single bit of that song brings something important and new and different to it, and I just think it's so great. I mean, Death Heaven are a band that have been doing consistently fantastic black gaze for years. I mean, since their conception. Um, and I mean, yeah, I mean, there's not a lot to be said. It's just really great. It's just really, really great. And George Clark is a supremely underrated vocalist. Probably, if I had to pick, he's probably my favorite metal vocalist of all time because he's so versatile and his screams are so raw and so emotional, and it's just fantastic. Like everything they make is fantastic. I am the number one Death Heaven Glazer. I will sit on that and I will stand on that till I die. Amethyst by
I'll
Death
write
Heaven.
that on your grave.
Yes.
Nice.
Number one Death Heaven Glazer.
So my top metal song of this year was "In Place of Your Halo" by Bleed From Within. I thought, yeah, as you know, I like weird instruments. Bagpipes to the end of the song was just fucking incredible.
Yeah.
I thought that every section of the song, I love that riff. It's almost got like a weird syncopated part. And yeah, the riff was awesome. His vocals are sick. I do like their clean stuff, but I thought this one had a really nice sort of middle mark of more screams, but then some clean stuff as well. I thought the lyrics were great. And yeah, as with instead of having like a normal breakdown, where it did have a bit of a breakdown, but to just cut the song, have some bagpipes, and then bring all the instruments back up in with that awesome like bagpipe line running through it, just
it's great.
Just did it for me. And I'm a Scottish guy, so I'm a sucker for bagpipes.
And he's not biased because he was in the music video.
I'm not biased by this. I still, even though I was in the music video, yeah, it was still my top song, and it would have been if I wasn't in the video.
Yeah, it is great. It's a great song. Great band.
Yeah. All right. So, what were your top metal albums of the year?
So my first metal album I'd like to talk about is Gold Star by Imperial Triumphant. Imperial Triumphant are, to this day, one of the best avant death bands on the circuit. And, this album is stuffed to the gills with everything that makes all their other music really great. It's super weird, super technical, kind of blackened in some bits, and it's got the brass section that they're kind of famous for. And I feel like their whole aesthetic is just super cool to me, like the sort of Art Deco dystopia thing they've got going on. And I think out of all the masked bands out there, he's one of the great ones, one of the pioneers of that sort of aesthetic. And I think they're just really good. Every Imperial Triumphant record is pretty much a classic in my opinion, and this is just another great line in their catalog. So yeah, if you like avant death, then this is the place to find it. Um, and then the second album I'd like to talk about is the new Cryptopsy album and Insatiable Violence. And in recent years, Cryptopsy have been kind of going more in the deathcore direction than their death metal roots, but I don't think that's a bad thing. I think this album is just really great, straight up brutal death metal with a sort of deathcore influence. Um, you know, the drums are still the best part, but the solos are cool, the vocals are cool. The whole album is just got really nice production, really nice instrumentation, and I don't think there's much more that you could want from a death metal album. And this album provides all that you could want from a death metal album in droves. So yeah, really great album.
Yeah, I like that album. So I wanted to talk about Bodies by Thornhill, their new album. I thought that that's a band that really broke through this year, and it's obviously clear why. This album had everything out of what you want from a metalcore band. I mean, they've just come off tour with Sleep Token in America, like probably the biggest tour of their lives, and don't laugh, sorry. And yeah, I thought that that album as a whole was just incredible. Like every riff, and I found one thing I found about that album: the riffs are really sexy, and I don't know how to explain it, but like they were just really clean and really it was well produced. I thought, yeah, album as a whole incredible. And yeah, Obsession was a top pick for me, and I know it's the main track, the most popular one, but I can see why.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
yeah.
I thought it was really, really great. And the other album I wanted to talk about was In the Earth Again by Chatpile with Hayden Padigo. This is a very different kind of Chatpile sound. They've gone a bit ambient, but then also way heavier than anything they've ever done before, and also more acoustic. And I just thought that they, obviously with Hayden Padigo, they sort of blended their ideas and created this, I'd say, almost a masterpiece of like different sections of music and putting it into one album. But it also didn't lose the original kind of like noise rock sound that Chatpile have. Obviously they're a metal band, but they have a lot of noise rock influence. And they didn't lose that, but they just added to it with ambience and metal vocals and stuff like that. And yeah, I'd say that was one of my top albums of the year.
Yeah, I like it too.
So what was your top album of the year?
My top album of the year, I mean, you can probably see it coming, but I've gone for Lonely People with Power by Deafheaven, their new album. It was my top album on Apple Music, my most listened to album. And I just find myself coming back to it time and time again because it's just so fantastic. One of their best, a real return to form for them. And they've let really hard into the black metal stuff again after going kind of shoegazy for a little while with Infinite Granite, but they've gone super heavy again with this album. And I think for me it's a no skip album. Every song on it is fantastic. Even like the interludes are really good. I really like the second interlude with Jay Matthews from Boy Harsher. That song could be in like a horror movie trailer. It's super cool, like harsh electronics, and I really like it. I really like all the songs on the album. Some picks from me, obviously Amethyst, which I mentioned earlier, is my song of the year. And then maybe Magnolia is a really good song. Revelator is super good, straight up black metal. And the closing track, not the closing track, the second last track, Winona, is pretty great too. But the whole album, it's just really, really good. It's without a doubt my album of the year overall, not just in the metal category. But yeah, I mean, fantastic, truly a fantastic album.
That's what to say. I was a big fan of their more shoegazy stuff.
Yeah, no. I mean, I think it's great. I mean, I think everything they do is great.
Yeah, I know you do.
Yeah.
But I thought this album was awesome. So yeah, my top album of the year was, I think you've seen it coming, Zenith by Bleed From Within. I just thought, yeah, I personally, hot take, probably their best album.
Yeah.
I just thought every section of it worked really well. For me, I know you disagree with me. It's a no skip album for me.
Okay, well, I didn't say I disagree, but I think it has some weaker moments. But no, I mean, yeah,
it's not completely perfect all the way through, obviously. But I really like the diversity on this album because you've got some tracks. This is definitely their most clean album. I wouldn't say their softest album, but their use of like acoustic guitars coming a lot more and more clean vocals. Obviously Stephen with his cleans on that whole chorus of of Hope in Hell. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, that song is great.
Yeah.
That song is great.
I thought, this whole album, obviously, being a huge fan of all of their stuff, I just thought this was a great addition. I thought the last track for me, particularly with that long intro with that acoustic guitar.
That opening guitar solo.
I love it.
Yeah,
Greaves
is a great guitarist.
Yeah, he's amazing.
He answered my DM on Instagram.
I know.
Yeah,
I remember you telling me.
I was just me asking him about string gauges as it happens, but
This guy's a nerd. But no, that album definitely my top album of the year. Yeah. Well, is there any last notes you wanted to mention, or maybe something we didn't talk about that you would have liked to add?
Oh yeah. Forgotten Sentiment. Big things are coming. So I don't want to give too much away, but we are in the studio as we speak. Well, I'm not, but we are going to be in the studio over the next coming period, and we've been writing a few originals, quite a few originals actually. Definitely. But watch this space because we've got big things coming.
Yeah, man. Yeah, cool. Well, we have been the Heavy Revival. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you all very soon.